Mic check one, mic check two, mic check one, mic check two. All right, welcome to the game here, brought to you on 446 Sports Panther Vision. First, we'd like to thank our sponsors, BK Distributors, BK Apparel, BK Promotions, all BK businesses. Thank you for your support. All headline sponsor for all sports here at Buckeye. I also like to thank Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Holloway Outdoors and Marine, anything you need outdoor-wise, marine-wise, Holloway Outdoors and Marine is always a proud sponsor of Buckeye softball, basketball, and baseball this year. We'd like to thank them. Also, Tarver Companies, anything with a Tarver logo on it, any Tarver Companies, there's many of them, the hop, skip, and the jumping away. Anything you need, Tarver Companies has it. I'd like to thank Robbie Tarver and all his companies for all his support here with Buckeye Baseball today. Got a good matchup here with you. Going to have the Buckeye Panthers hosting the Tioga Indians, just a trip across the bridge there. We got Drew Tyson on the mound for the Panthers today. Drew Tyson is a senior for the Panthers. Got A.J. Armand behind the plate. Going to have Caden Grimmett, shortstop. Going to have on the hot corner, got Adam Broadnax. Got the second baseman, got Hayden Boone, another senior. Rounded out on the infield, we got sophomore Justin Hunt at first base. We got Mason Sanders, senior in right field. Cameron Burns in center field. And got the Ty Curtis in right. And we're about to get underway here with the first pitch as Tyson looks at the batter. We only running one camera today. We were scared of the rain. Darren's off. I'm in the booth by myself. Here comes the pitch from Tyson. It's going to be a called strike at the knees. Good matchup here between the Indians and the Panthers. Two good ball clubs. All-speed pitch from Tyson, low and into the dirt. Bring the count to 1-1. Up for the Indians in the box, batting is Matthew Taylor. And he's going to ground ball foul just out of the reach. It'll be 1-2 on Taylor. Tyson getting the sign, looking for the delivery. Another one pulled foul. Barreled that ball up well, hit very hard. About 3 foot outside of third base there. You can't see on the corners today. We are running a single camera. We were scared of the rain. So you have the view from behind home plate. And the 1-2, and he fights it off. Going to stay alive. Taylor having a good at bat. It's going to be the 6th pitch of the bat. I'll try to keep up with the score and the balls and strikes if I can find it. Looks at a ball outside, even to count 2-2. And he'll bring the count full. And he fouls it away. Very good at bat here by Taylor. And the 3-2. Ground ball up the middle, Grimmett over to the corner. And he gets him, retires him for out number 1. Gets the ground ball out. Good put out there by Caden Grimmett. Hit up the middle. Grimmett made a good job stopping the ball, setting his feet, making a throw. Be 1 down for the Indians. And stepping into the box for the Tioga Indians, be number 10, Ryan Reeves. He's also going to be the pitcher for today. Reeves batting from the left side. Looks at the ball low. And the 1-2 gets him. Bring the count 1-1. And he gets a call on the second strike. It's going to bring the count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Reeves. And the delivery barrels it up. Going to be a base hit into left field. Be a stand-up single. Good piece of hitting there by Reeves. It'll be a pitch runner for Reeves there. Speaking, he is the pitcher. Tyson with the delivery. It's going to get down as a base hit. Going to be in right field, 3 inches into fair play. Holds him up at second. Good job by Mason Sanders getting over to it. Texas League single there. And it'll be 2 on here for the Indians with the number 3 hole coming up to bat. Number 4 cleanup batter coming up. Stepping into the box for the Indians now. Be Carson Cloud. Good block by A.J. Armand. That ball was in the dirt, but the runners will advance as it goes to the left backstop. Got a runner in second and third. 1 out here. Bring the count 1-0 on Cloud. Tyson with the delivery, barrels it up. He's going to score 2. They're going to probably challenge him at the plate, and he holds him up at 3. It's going to be 1-0 Tioga Indians. Tioga Indians bats coming out hot as they already put 1 up here in the top of the first. Indians have a very good offensive team. They hit the ball well. Not a lot of flies, a lot of line drive hits. Tyson going to check him at first, and he's back easily in time. So what you're looking at now, runner on first and third. 1 out, top of the first. Tioga Indians going to lead 1-0. Tyson checking him again a little quicker, but he gets back in time. In the box for the Indians, number 5, Case Malone. Looking for the first pitch and the delivery. Going to be fouled straight back. Bring the count. No balls, 1 strike on Malone. And it's a quick throw over to first, and he's back in time. Trying to keep that double play alive to get out of the inning with only 1 run scoring here. Keeping him honest at first base. Malone digs into the box. The delivery from Tyson. It's going to be a ball high. It's going to be 1-1. With the throw over in the checks at first, runner is still at first base. Be runner at first and third. 1 out. 1-1 is the count. Malone goes around the bunt, pulls it back, gonna look at a ball high. That's gonna be the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. And he's gone. Malone barrels it up. Looks like it's going to be a fly out to left. Probably going to have a tag up at the plate. Curtis throwing to 4. Not going to get him in time. Armand steps in front of it, blocks it up. And the Tioga Indians on the sacrifice fly from Malone will go up 2-0 with 2 outs. Stepping into the box now for the Indians, number 14, Trenton Harper. The all-speed pitch, going to get the call. Bring the count 0-1 to Harper. He's gone. Armand's going to throw him, and he got him. Going to ring him up. Good throw by Armand there, and Buckeye gets out of the inning. Be 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 man left on, going into the bottom of the first. Hey, Owen. Owen. Thank you, Bub. Reeves on the hill for the Indians. And we're about to get the bottom half of the first inning underway. Caden Grimman going to lead it off for the Buckeye Panthers, trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Reeves on the hill for the Indians. And the delivery is going to be a ball outside. Grimman will look, go 1-0. And that one in the dirt. It's going to be 2-0 on Grimmett. Grimmett works the count 3-0. Going to have the take sign probably on all the way here as they need base runners, trailing 2-0. And that one's going to be outside, and Grimmett will take his base on balls, put the leadoff runner on. Next up to the plate for the Panthers is going to be senior Drew Tyson. Tyson has had a hot bat. Reeves is a lefty. He goes to the plate. Be a called strike. Tyson will go down 0-1. Ball straight up on the infield. It looked like it's going to get into foul territory, and Landry just couldn't quite hit it. It was hanging over the fence. Good play there. Just couldn't quite get his glove on it enough to squeeze it. And it'll be 0-2 to Drew Tyson. Ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tyson. It's going to be a ball high, even the count up 2-2. Tyson working the count. Grimmett out not too big of a lead. No check over here from Reeves yet. As a left-hander, he is eyeballing him. To the plate. Tyson's going to drive the ball deep to center field. Center fielder will catch it. Tyson will be retired. Be 1 out for the Panthers, with senior Adam Broadnax coming to the box. Going to be a ball up high. If you're just now tuning in, Panthers are trailing 2-0, bottom of the first. Caden Grimmett on first base. Panthers have 1 out with the senior Adam Broadnax in the box. Going to look at ball 2. And the delivery is still going to come back over here right into the box, and it's foul. Be 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one's going to be straight up in the air on the left side of the infield. High pop-up. And the third baseman are retiring. Panthers going to have 2 outs, with a runner on first base being the leadoff, Caden Grimmett, with the hot-hitting Mason Sanders stepping in the box. First one's a swing and a miss. Line drive to the left fielder, and we're retired. The Panthers get 1 base on ball, and then 3 flyouts. Trailing 2-0. We're going into the second. And it'll be the top of the second. The Indians will hold on to the 2-0 lead. If you're just tuning in, Tyson on the hill for the Panthers. Reeves on the hill for the Indians. Reeves does a good job after walking the first batter on letting him on base, retiring the next three. Coming up for the Indians in the top of the second, stepping in the box, number 1, Christian Isles. I believe the Indians have the wrong batter in the box. I have Christian Isles coming to the plate, although they say possibly Trenton Harper is in the box. And the umpire's just calling it now. Check that. It's going to be Trenton Harper in the box since it's the first time through the lineup. And it'll go 2 balls, no strikes to Harper. It's going to be a ground ball out to Justin Hunt. And he retires Harper for out number 1 here in the top of the second. And in the box now is Christian Isles for the Indians. Going to foul one into the dirt, bring the count 0-1. And he fouls one down the left field. And Tyson gets out ahead of him quickly, 0-2. Tyson with the delivery, going to get a ball high, bring the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, and he's quickly back to work, puts one in the dirt. It's going to be 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and into the delivery. And that one's into the dirt. Going to bring the count full. Owls will take a step out of the box. Owls back in the box. Tyson with the delivery. And he barrels it up. Grimmett made a good play. And he retires him for out number 2 here in the top of the second. Next up for the Indians in the box, the long ball hitting Tucker Landry. Tyson wasting no time with the pitch. And that one's going to be pulled foul. Throws the all-speed to him. Barreled it up well. Just about 4 foot foul. And Tyson comes with another all-speed, back-to-back all-speeds. Breaking ball gets the strike. And Landry's going to go down 0-2. And 3 breaking balls in a row. That one stays high on him. Be 1 ball, 2 strikes to Landry. Going to be a fastball upstairs. Bring the count even 2-2 to Tucker Landry. And a hard ground ball hit. Broadneck couldn't get to it. That's going to be a base hit for Landry on the off-speed pitch. 5 pitches thrown, 4 of them, all speed, 1 fastball. And Landry does a good job of holding his weight back and driving the ball into left field. So it'll be 1 aboard for the Indians here in the top of the second with 2 outs. Stepping into the box now for the Indians, it's going to be Alindo. And that one's going to be straight up to the shortstop. Grimmett's going to retire it. And the Indians will go 1 hit. 1 left on, top of the second. Panthers looking back to get in the game here as they're trailing 2-0 to the Tioga Indians. Due up for the Panthers in the bottom of the second. Going to be junior Ty Curtis, Justin Hunt, and the senior Hayden Boone. Reeves still on the hill for the Indians. After putting the first one on base on balls, he did retire the Panthers 2, 3, and 4. And we're waiting the first pitch of the bottom of the second here. As Curtis will be the first batter. Reeves with the delivery. Going to be a called strike outside part of the plate. Foul straight back. Curtis going to go down quickly 0-2. And Curtis will go down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Next up in the box for the Panthers, left-handed Justin Hunt. Reeves wasted no time, and it's going to be a flare over to the third baseman, and quickly Hunt gets retired on 1 pitch. And that'll be out number 2. With the senior Hayden Boone stepping into the box for the Panthers. Reeves only threw 5 pitches this inning. Already retired 2 batters. There comes the 6th pitch. It's going to be for a ball to Boone. And the count will go 1-0. Reeves wasting no time with the delivery. Throws the fastball on its high. And that fastball is going to catch the middle part of the plate. Bring the count 2 balls, 1 strike to Boone. going to be called down low. It's going to be 3 balls, 1 strike. Boom. And that's going to be a base on balls. Hayden Boone will take the free pass. That'll bring up sophomore Cameron Burns into the box. With Boone aboard, it's going to be 2 outs. Still no pickoffs from Reeves over to first base. The left-hander looking at Boone's lead. And he's going to go to the plate with the ball outside, bring the count 1-0. Ball outside and high, going to be 2-0 to the sophomore Cameron Burns. And Burns holds up his swing, going to be 3-0. And I look for the take sign to be on all the way here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second, trailing 2-0. And a ball down the middle with the take sign on, bring the count 3-1 to Burns. And that'll be ball 4 to Cameron Burns. It's 2 back-to-back walks from Reeves. Put runners on first and second for the Panthers here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs, trailing 2-0 with Hayden Burns there coming to the plate for the Panthers. And he swings at one upstairs, gonna go down 0-1. And the delivery, gonna get the call strike at the knees. And Bear goes down quickly 0-2. And the check swing gets enough of it, and it's going to go foul, out of play. Going to look at the ball upstairs. The Bears there bring the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second for the Panthers. Here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs, trailing 2-0 to the Tioga Indians. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. Reeves retires the side. First 2 batters went in 5 pitches. Then he puts 2 runners on with the free pass and comes back and strikes out Bears here there at the end to end the second. Going into the third with the Indians leading still 2-0 over the Buckeye Panthers. Drew Tyson still going to the mound for the Panthers. Stepping into the box, a leadoff batter for the Indians. It's going to be Taylor. Drew Tyson with the delivery. It's going to be an all-speed pitch. Going to get the called strike. And quickly, Tyson goes to work. Goes up on the batter. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one was into the dirt. Going to look at it at ball 1. Hard hit ball to the second baseman, Hayden Boone, and retires him for out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd. And that'll bring into the box left-hand hitting Ryan Reeves for the Indians. First one's barreled up. It's going to be off the glove of Grimmett. He'll be charged with an error, and Reeves will reach first base on the error. Will be a courtesy runner. Reeves is the pitcher. And quickly, the Indians have 1 runner aboard here at first base, 1 out, top of the 3rd. Still ahead of the Panthers, 2-0. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Hard hit ball there by Caden Coogan. And it'll be runners first and second, 1 out. Here for Carson Cloud, stepping in the box for the Indians. Gonna look at ball 1 down in the dirt. Cloud with a hard base hit in the first. Scored a run for the Indians. And he's gonna look at ball 2 inside. And the batter calls the time. Drew Tyson taking his... Normally Tyson's quick to the plate. He took a little bit of time there. And Cloud will dig back in. And the delivery, off-speed pitch, going to be called for strike. Bring the count 2 balls, 1 strike is what I have. And it's going to be called ball outside. And the off-speed finds the zone for Tyson. Going to bring the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second and first for the Indians here in the top of the third, 1 out. Going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Steps on third, and he's throwing it across and gets the double play. Broadnack retires with the double play. Tyson gets out of the jam. Going to be 1 hit. 1 hit, 2 left on, no runs, 1 error. Going in to the bottom of the third inning, Panthers are still trailing 2-0 to the Tioga Indians. Reeves will take the mound still for the Indians here in the bottom of the third. And the Panthers are going to start it out with their leadoff batter, number 33, the junior, Caden Grimmett. Worked the count to a base on balls last time, and he was left stranded last time he was up. And Grimmett digs in the box, and here comes the delivery. And it's going to be barreled up, hit to the second baseman. And 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring up the senior, Drew Tyson, to the plate for the Panthers. Going to look at ball 1 high. This will be a 2-game series if the weather permits for tomorrow. I believe the Panthers will go to the Tioga Indians tomorrow and play game 2 if weather permits. So it'll be a 2-game series. And that's going to be ball 3. To the senior, Drew Tyson. And if you're the Panthers right now, you need base runners. And he's going to look at ball 4. Just at the knees. Not getting the call. Those pitches were in back-to-back places, so the umpire very consistent, not giving that lower strike zone there if it's in that strike zone. Right at the knees, it's a close pitch. Very consistent. Good calling by the umpire. And Tyson will reach on the free pass with the senior Adam Broadnack stepping into the box. And that ball is going to be outside. Tyson is quick on the base path. Reeves is a lefty, so he is looking at him the whole time. Still no pickoff attempts to first. He's got a good little move to the plate. It's 2 or 3 runners that has been on base going back to first when he's going to the plate. That'll bring the count 2-0 to Broadnack. And he'll look at strike 1. You get a ball in the gap here, I see no problems with Tyson making it to third. And it's a swing and a miss. Going to bring the count 2-2 on Broadnax. Reeves doing a very good job working the bottom half of that strike zone. Like I said, he's consistent enough and can throw strikes where he's not getting himself in a bind. And Broadnax going to be called looking for strike 3. And Reeves will retire the second out of the inning himself, with Mason Sanders stepping in the box for the Panthers. Tyson with a small lead at first with the left. Sanders puts the bat on the ball, and it's going to go out of play to the left side. Be no balls, 1 strike on Sanders. And that one's going to be a flare over to the shortstop. That's going to be a base hit. Sanders takes the all-speed pitch, does what you're supposed to do, barrels it up enough to get it over the shortstop into short left center, and it'll be 2 aboard for the Panthers. With Ty Curtis digging into the box. Runners on first and second for the Panthers. Reeves with the delivery. And that one's going to be hit to the shortstop, and he makes the easy out at second. And they'll retire the side. So you got 1 base on ball, 1 hit, no runs, 2 men left on, and we're going to call that 3 complete innings going into the 4th. The Panthers are still trailing 2-0 to the Tioga Indians. Tyson still taking the hill for the Panthers. Got the double play ground ball out to the third baseman. Last inning, gave up 2 runs in the first. And it's pitched shutout baseball since then. And quickly, we're ready to get the top of the 4th inning here started. Underway. Indians bringing in the box. First up, it's going to be Case Malone, followed by Trayton Harper. And the first one to Malone is going to be in the dirt. Be 1 ball, no strikes to Malone. Tyson quickly back to work. And that one's going to be outside. Bring the count 2 balls, no strikes. And that ball's going to be upstairs. And Malone will look at 4 straight balls, put him on the base. And for the Indians, what I have on my sheet is Trayton Harper going to be stepping in the box with Malone on first base, no outs. Here in the top of the 4th, Indians still leading 2-0. And the bunt, gonna go foul. Quick bunt, didn't show bunt almost like a slap. Couldn't get it down into fair play. And that'll be a strike. Malone out to a small lead at first base. Not too much, and he squares around to bunt Harper. And third baseman's charging, and he pulls it back. Going to be ball outside into the dirt. Bring the count 1-1. Good block there by A.J. Armand, as Malone was not looking to run. And there's a bunt, and he's going to let it roll foul. Hunt's going to let it roll foul, and that's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes on Harper. And that's just out of the reach of Broadnack. Got a glove on it. Grimmett behind him in the hole. Couldn't quite get his glove to it. Did stop him from going in the outfield, but that's going to be an infield base hit. And to put runners at first and second. Harper will get a hit on that one. And it'll be no outs. Runner on first and second for the Indians. That'll bring up number 1, Christian Isles, in the box for the Indians. Panthers still trailing 2-0 here in the top of the 4th, no outs. Christian Isles in the box for the Indians. And squares around the bunt right at the last minute, puts the ball foul behind the catcher. Go down 0-1. And Tyson checking the runner with the delivery. It's going to be a pass ball, and the runners will advance. Going to be a timeout called from Armand. Now runners in scoring position, second and third, no outs here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 to the counter. 2 Owls for the Indians. Tyson with the delivery. And that one's going to be in the dirt. Low, bring the count 2-1. And he's not going to get the call. Going to go 3-1. And the infielders will take a step up onto the grass. And it's It's a base hit. It's a hit to Grimmett. Grimmett's going to retire him. Go down to 1 out here. Runner still at second and third. With the infielders playing up on the grass, the slow hit grounder was able to retire the runner without anybody advancing. And that'll put the big Tucker Landry in the box for the Indians. Tucker with a base hit, his first at bat. Tyson from the windup with the pitch. And it's the all-speed pitch. Going to be low for ball 1. And we're going to have a play at the plate, and he's going to be out with Broadnax playing up onto the grass. Gets the ground ball out. Fielder's choice went to the plate. And we're going to have 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Good play there by Broadnax. And that'll still keep the lead to only 2. Indians trying to manufacture a run there. And that'll put Marcos Alarino into the box. For the Indians, he's going to look at ball 1 from Tyson. Panthers still trailing 2-0 here in the top of the 4th. If you're just tuning in, we walked the first 2. They advanced on the pass ball to second and third. Infielders come up onto the grass, get 1 out at first with nobody advancing, and then the fielder's choice. The out at the plate. And Grimmett's going to come across the diamond and retire the side. Tyson does a fantastic job of digging himself out of the hole and gives up no runs on 1 hit. No errors. And it's still a 2-0 ball game here going into the bottom of the 4th inning. And if you're the Buckeye Panthers, you need some base runners and some timely hits. Reeves still going to take the hill for the Indians. Be another fine time to thank our sponsors, BK Distributors, BK Apparel, BK Promotions, all of the BK Trio of Business, who is a headline sponsor for all sports here at Buckeye. We'd like to thank Scott, Blaine, and Kaylee, Carrie. Thank you for all the support you give us. Without the support, we can't do it. A headline sponsor for all sports here at Buckeye. Also, Holloway Outdoors and Marine. That's Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Another headline sponsor for Buckeye baseball and softball this year. Anything you need hunting or fishing wise, Holloway Outdoors and Marine is the one-stop shop. Also like to thank Tarver Companies. Tarver Companies, anything you need, they're just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Robbie Tarver and his many companies he has, we'd like to thank him for being a headline sponsor for girls softball and what we're bringing to you today, Buckeye Panther Baseball. I'd like to thank all our sponsors. And we're going to be going to the bottom of the 4th inning here. Justin Hunt's going to dig in. And the first one's fouled back to the screen. And Hunt will go down 0-1. Tioga still leading the Panthers here 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. After the 2-run first inning, Tyson's done a fantastic job of retiring the Indians when he had to. Hunt will swing at the second pitch, and it's going to be missed. It's going to go down 0-2. Now when there, he's behind it a little bit. He's going to hit it off the handle to the left fielder, and he's going to be retired with the fly out to the left fielder. And that'll be 1 out here for the Panthers in the bottom of the 4th. That's going to put the senior Hayden Boone in the box for the Panthers. And the first one's going to be a fastball, and he's going to be behind it. Bring the count 0-1. Reeves wasting no time with the delivery. And the off-speed pitch is going to find the strike zone. That's going to be 0-2 to Boone. And quickly delivering, Reeves misses on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's going to bring the count 2-2. With the ball low in the dirt, and here's the delivery, wasting no time. And he got him swinging and a miss and going to retire Boone. That'll be 2 outs here for the Panthers. In the bottom of the 4th, still trailing 2-0. That'll put the sophomore Cameron Burns in the box for the Panthers. And the fastball's going to miss high. Reeves wasted no time. Ready in the windup, and here comes the pitch. Going to be a called strike at the knees. Bring the count 1-1. And that one's going to be a fastball up in the zone, high. Be 2 balls, 1 strike to Cameron Burns. And that's going to be a big swing and a miss there by Burns. Good cut. Just couldn't time up. Bring the count 2-2 with the delivery. And he's going to foul that one back out of play. And that one's going to be fouled out of play as well, behind the backstop. Still leave the count 2-2 to Cameron Burns. And that was the off-speed pitch, and Cameron Burns doing a fantastic job fighting it off. Fouled that one straight back out of play again. Here comes the 7th pitch of the bat. And that one's going to be number 8. He fouls that one straight back, staying alive. Here comes the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Burns doing a good job of staying in there, hitting anything close. Reeves wasting no time. And got him swinging on the off-speed pitch. And the catcher retiring at first base. Has to be no runs, no hits, no errors. And just like that, we're through 4 innings here at Panther Stadium. And we're going to go in the top of the 5th where the Buckeye Panthers are still trailing the Tioga Indians 2-0. Be careful. Yeah, I had a visitor in the box. Taylor Kate climbed up here and said, "What are you doing?" I bet Miss Jessica didn't know she was climbing up here. And just like that, we're through 4 innings. 2 runs in the first inning off Tyson. Other than that, he has shut down the Indians after that. But those 2 runs are still enough right now as the Panthers are trailing 2-0. And Tyson to maintain position on the mound going into the top of the 5th here. Up to bat for the Indians is going to be Matthew Taylor. And he hits a first ball strike. Grimmett's going to retire him out at first. 1 pitch, 1 out for Tyson. And that'll bring the hard-hitting Ryan Reeves back into the box for the Indians. 1 pitch, 1 out for Tyson. Reeves batting from the left side, and here comes the delivery. And he barrels it up, and it's going to be deep. Looks like Mason Sanders is going to get under it, and he's going to retire Reeves at the warning track. And that'll be 2 pitches, 2 outs there from Drew Tyson. Can't ask for anything better than that. And quickly, the Panthers get 2 outs off 2 pitches. Still trailing 2-0 to the Indians. Tyson wasting no time with the delivery. And it's going to be a called strike. On Caden Coughlan. And that ball's going to be high and outside. It's going to bring the count 1-1. On Coughlan. And it's going to be a chopper back to Tyson. And he's going to retire the side. That's 4 pitches in the inning on Tyson. 3 outs, 4 pitches, 5 pitches, 3 outs. You can't ask anything better than that out of your pitcher. But the Panthers are going to have to get going offensively here as we're headed down into the bottom of the 5th inning where they're still trailing 2-0. To the Indians. First up for the Panthers is going to be Bears here. I believe that's how you say Hayden's name. I'm not sure. I'll get corrected. Don't worry. And then after that, on deck, we got Caden Grimmett. And then we'll have Drew Tyson behind him. So it's going 9-1-2 for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 5th. And Reeves is still on the hill for the Indians. Still got my mitt on up here in the box. Had one that I could have caught. It wasn't very hard, so I watched it fall. But I'm still waiting for that rocket over here. Still got the mitt on. It's 2 ball games from up here. And the delivery from Reeves is going to be a ball inside the Bears here. And he quickly comes back with a strike, bring the count 1-1. And that one's going to be fouled straight back out of play. Be 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to be a check swing. Check down to first. Says he holds up, which he did not go. Good call by the umpire. That'll bring the count 2-2. And that'll be ball 3 high. Panthers looking to get the leadoff runner on. And that'll be ball 4. Bears here will take his base. And now you have the top of the order coming up with Grimmett, who is also hitting from the left side. And number 23, Bears here, is quick on the base path. And we got a bunt. It's going to be popped up. Grimmett couldn't get it down, and the third baseman quickly retires Grimmett. And just like that, don't move the runner over. Now we have one out with a runner on first, with the senior Drew Tyson coming to the plate. And that's going to be a ball low to Tyson. And it's going to be ball two. Count 2-0 to Tyson. Bazier still on first, looking to get in scoring position. And that'll quickly, Reeves will fall down 3-0 in the count. And the Panthers need base runners. I look for the take sign to be here. And that'll be ball four. Runners at first and second, one out. With the senior Adam Broadnack stepping in the box. A base hit here with Bazier's speed probably will score here from second. As long as it's not a line drive that he has to watch get down. And that's going to be ball one, low and in the dirt. And quickly, Colton Knuckles calls the timeout to talk it over with Reeves on the hill. Reeves threw a fantastic game through four innings. There's two runners here in the top of the fifth. Runner on first and second, one out. So both pitchers just threw a gem of a game. Tyson got just base hits in the first inning on him. Indians scored 2 runs, and they haven't scored since. When he needed to retire him, he has retired him. So good outing by both pitchers so far into this ball game. I mean, if you think about it, Drew Tyson threw 5 pitches with 2 outs last inning, or with 3 outs last inning. And Reeves has held the Panthers scoreless with maybe 1 or 2 base hits. So both pitchers having a decent night on the hill. And Knuckles told him what he had to say. Reeves ready to get back in action here. Runner on second and third with Broadnax in the box. And the delivery is going to be high to bring the count 2 balls, no strikes to Broadnax. And attempt to pick him off at second. And he's back. Plenty of time. Panthers straightened here in the bottom of the fifth with 1 out. And that's going to bring the count 3-0 to Broadnax. 3-0, 1 out. Probably a take sign here for the senior. And it's down the middle. Bring the count 3 balls, 1 strike. If you can get the ball out of the infield, it's interesting to see what can take place, and he's going to get the free pass, and that'll load him full here in the bottom of the 5th. Panthers are knocking on the door with a hot-hitting Mason Sanders, the senior, stepping into the box. And we're going to have a pinch runner called for the pitcher, Drew Tyson. Brenton Fitzback's going to take over the role of running for the pitcher, Drew Tyson. So Panthers 90 foot away from putting their first run on the board for the night. A base hit here with Fitzback speed. It'll be interesting to see if we can tie this ball game. Sanders with a base hit already tonight. And he's going to look at ball 1 high. And if you can have a good approach at the plate and get the base on balls, that's just as good as a base hit where there's nowhere to put him. And Reeves is quickly going to fall behind 2-0. And he gets the call on that one. Going to be 2 balls, 1 strike to the senior Mason Sanders. And that's going to be deep enough probably to attempt to get Vizier home, and it's going to be a play at the plate. And he's going to score. It'll be 2-1 on a sac fly by Mason Sanders. With a runner still in scoring position, but it'll be 2 outs. So that'll make the score 2-1. Panthers still trailing with a runner in scoring position, with the junior Ty Curtis stepping in the box for the Panthers. If you need a timely hit, now's the hit. Or it's 2 outs, they're going to be moving on contact. And Fitzback is quick. And he's going to look at ball 1 upstairs. Ball into the dirt. Good block by the catcher for the Indians to keep Fitzback at second. Bring the count 2 balls, no strikes on Curtis. Curtis rips one. It's going to go down the line. It's going to be foul. So Curtis will dig back in the box. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th with a runner on first and second. And the attempt to pick Fitzback off at second. Gets past the second baseman, but quickly the center fielder is there. Good heads-up play there by the center fielder, Christian Owls, to keep Fitzback at second base. And that's going to bring the count 3 balls, 1 strike. Still down by 1, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. You're going to have to be a good hitter because I'm going to make you take this one. Don't know if he'll have the green light, and he doesn't. And that'll be ball 4. He'll reach on the base on balls. That'll load them for the Panthers with the left-handed hitting sophomore, Justin Hunt coming to the plate. Base hit, could possibly score 2 with the senior Broadnacks on second to take the lead. And Hunt's going to look at one in the dirt. Being patient at the plate is your best friend right now. If you can't do nothing with it, let it go and fight it off. And it's going to be barreled up. It's going to be burned. The center fielder goes, and he retires the side. Well hit ball. Like I said, it is deep in center field here. Hit that one about 350. And center fielder Christian Isles gets under it, retires the side, but not before the Panthers can cut it in half, pick up 1 run off no hits, and left 3 stranded on the bases. Tyson still taking the hill for the Panthers here as we go into the top of the 6th inning, where the Panthers get within 1 with a score 1-2 with the Indians leading. Up for the Indians, I do believe is going to be number 14, Trayton Harper. But I'm not sure about that. Having to flip back and forth, try to keep up with everything, so. No, it's going to be number 3, Carson Cloud, stepping into the box. Cloud's hit it hard a couple of times tonight. Tyson with the off-speed pitch upstairs. Going to look at ball 1 to Cloud. And he hits that ball hard. Cameron Burns getting under it. And that ball there was hit about 360 as well. But it is deep to center field, and Burns will retire. Cloud on the line drive. Digging in the box for the Indians now. It's going to be number 15, Case Malone. And he's going to look at one downstairs from Tyson. And he grounds that into the dugout. Bring the count even 1-1 on Malone. Tyson wasting no time waiting for Malone to step in the box. And here comes the delivery. Off-speed pitch. And it's chopped foul to the third base side. Quickly, Tyson's out in front of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to be a ball high upstairs. Even the count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Malone. And quickly, Tyson comes back with the next pitch. It'll go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Malone. And gets him swinging. And Tyson will retire Malone himself with the swinging strikeout. That'll be 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Panthers trying to claw back to get the get back in this ball game as they're trail 2-1 to the Indians. And Harper's going to look at ball 1 for the Indians. And Tyson a fall 2-0 to Harper. And he gets the called strike. Going to bring the count 2 balls, 1 strike to Harper. Hard hit ball. Broadnax with a stab and catches the ball to his opposite side. And quickly, that ball was hit hard. Broadneck did a fantastic job making a effort to get his glove out there. Snags the ball. That'll retire the side. No hits, no runs, no errors. The Indians still hold on to the 1-run lead as they lead the Buckeye Panthers 2-1 as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Looks like Reeves is still going to take the hill for the Indians. And up for the Panthers, it's going to be 6, 7, and 8. That's going to be, no, it's going to be 7, 8, and 9. That's going to be Boone, Burns, Berzaire, so the second baseman, senior Hayden Boone, will be stepping in the box. First up for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And again, you have to be patient if you're the Panthers hitting the ball now because you need base runners. Had a little bit of control, got some base on balls last inning, was able to dig out 1 run out of it. Reeves upstairs with ball 1 to Boone. Quickly, and he's going to get that called strike. It'll be 1-1 on the count. Ball low. 2-1's the count. And that ball's upstairs. Reeves falling behind in the count to the senior Boone. 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, the coach should probably make you be a hitter. You're going to have the take on. And he's swinging. Going to even the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the third called strike. Boone's going to go down looking. And Reeves will retire the first batter himself. With the sophomore, number 11, Cameron Burns, stepping into the box. And that ball's upstairs for ball 1 to Burns. Foul back to the fence. Even the count up 1-1. Reeves with the delivery. Ball into the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike on Burns. And he's going to look at ball 3 upstairs. Same situation. 3 balls, 1 strike. You need base runners. And he's swinging. And he's going to miss it. Even the count up full. And that one's going to be foul, back out of play. Burns staying alive. 8 or 9 pitches to retire Burns last time up to the plate. This will be pitch number 7. And it's going to be low into the dirt. Burns will take the free pass. And the Panthers have a runner on first base, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Hayden Bergier coming up, the junior right-hander. Burns has excellent speed. And it's going to be hit back to the pitcher. We're going to have problems. Hard hit ball up. Reeves got his glove on it. Just couldn't get to it off of the mound. And that's going to be runners on first and second. 1 out here for the junior, Caden Grimmett, the leadoff batter for the Panthers. I would have charged that as a hit. That was a very good job to even get his glove on it. And the Panthers are threatened here with a runner in scoring position with the speedy Cameron Burns on second base. Reeves quickly comes back with 2 strikes to Grimmett. Grimmett's going to go down in the count 0-2. And that's going to be a pass ball. It's going to go over the plate. We're going to be called. It was a steal. It was a steal. They're trying to get 2 bases out of it. Buddy was on second, went over the backstop. Good block by the catcher to get his glove on it, but it did bounce over the backstop. Everybody in the stadium wanted it to be a tie ball game, but they only get 1 base. He was standing on second. And that's going to be called looking by Grimmett. And quickly, Reeves comes back, gets 2 outs in the inning. With the senior pitcher, Drew Tyson, can't help his calls here. 2 outs, everybody's going to be moving on the hit. If he can get it out of the infield, with Bearsier's speed on second base, could possibly take the lead, but for sure will tie it. Cameron Burns only 90 feet away. Drew Tyson looks at strike 1 with the off speed. Reeves doing a good job of pitching when he has to here. And quickly, he's ready. And that one's going to be in the dirt. Burns is going to make it. And that's going to be a tie ball game. Going to be a tie ball game. Now a base hit. Now a base hit for the senior pitcher. Can take the lead here. Going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Coach Morgan's going to call a timeout, talk it over. With Tyson. Tyson can't help his calls here. Got what they needed in the bottom of the 6th. Got it all knotted up here. Going to be 2-2. And another ball in the dirt. Catcher makes a fantastic dig on that one. Harper with a good block there. And another block. That ball's down in the dirt. It's going to bring the count 3-1. Reeves, last two balls been low and into the dirt. Had one pass ball, one wild pitch. 3-1 to the senior. I'm still giving him the take sign here with a runner only 90 feet away. And he had the take on. And he's going to go full to the count. So we're all knotted up here, 2-2, bottom of the sixth. Panthers get the tie and run across the plate on a wild pitch. And Tyson's gonna look at the third strike. That's 1-3. Leadoff batter and the second batter, both called out looking. And just like that, we're gonna leave one stranded 90 foot away. But the Panthers do claw their way back to get in the ball game, tied up 2-2. Going into the top of the seventh inning. Tyson still taking the hill for the Panthers here in the top of the seventh. And here we go, ready for the top half of the seventh inning. And it's quickly strike one there from Tyson to Christian Isles, the center fielder batting for the Indians. Armand will call the timeout, talk it over. Up for the Indians, you got Isles in the box now. Then you got the big hitting Tucker Landry. And then Marcos Alorano for the Indians. And that one's going to be ball outside, bring the count 1-1 to the center fielder. And he's going to barrel it up. It's going to go out to right field. Sanders is going to get underneath it. And Isles will be retired. And Drew Tyson gets Isles to fly out to the right fielder for one out here in the top of the seventh. All knotted up at 2. And here comes Landry, who's hit the ball hard tonight for the Indians. Starts him off with a fastball upstairs. He's going to look at it and bring the count 1 ball, no strikes. And that's quickly 2 balls, no strikes to Landry. And he comes back with another fastball, gets the call. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tyson quick, ready to deliver. And the pitch, all speed pitch. Going to get called strike. It's going to bring the count to Tucker Landry. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And gets him on the off speed with the strikeout. Tyson retires. Landry himself. The Panthers are 1 out away from going into the bottom of the half of the 7th inning. Tied up here. 2-2 with a chance to walk it off. Orlando here at the plate for the Indians. Ball outside. And quickly Tyson falls behind the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Comes back with a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. And that one's going to be fouled up out of play behind the backstop. That'd even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the number 9 hitter, Orlando. And it's going to be foul ball just behind the plate. Armand quick out of the box. Umpire calls foul ball. Still even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the delivery. Bring the count full. And it's a swing and strike. Drive by the catcher, and he retires him at first with the throw down. Tyson with the big strikeout there. And the Panthers have a chance to walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As Tyson retires the side with a fly out to right field. And then 2 big strikeouts from the senior pitcher. With the Panthers all knotted up here, bottom half of the 7th inning. Up to bat for the Panthers is going to be the 3-hole hitting Broadnax, 4-hole hitting Mason Sanders, and the 5-hole Ty Curtis. So you have 2 seniors here that can walk it off. What you need is base runners. You're going to have to be patient at the plate. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change from the Indians. I don't have it on my lineup who the pitching change is. Reeves, though, was the starting pitcher for the Indians, threw a fantastic game. Both pitchers pitched quite well tonight. Hey, Ryan, who is that? Who's that pitching? Who? So in on relief for the Indians, Number 7, Easton Furnace. And Broadnack's going to look at a ball down in the dirt from Furnace. Bring the count 1 ball, no strikes. Broadnack looks at ball 2 downstairs. Quickly, Broadnack has a 3-0 count. 3 straight balls from Furnace. Look for the take sign to be on. And that's going to be a free base path. Panthers have 1 runner on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Fitzback will come in and pinch run for Broadnack. And that'll put number 25, the senior, Mason Sanders, hitting from the left side of the plate in the box for the Panthers. And it's a quick pick off to first base, and Fitzback's back. Plenty of time. And they check him again. He's out just about as far as he can go. Look for the Panthers to put the ball down on the ground, and he does. Sanders with a good bunt. And with a sack bunt, that's going to move Fitzback in scoring position. So you have 1 out, runner on second base with the speedy Fitzback. With the number 5 hole hitter, number 18, Ty Curtis, the junior, coming up for the Buckeye Panthers, who can have the game in walk-off fashion. And Curtis is going to take 1 off the middle of the back. Put runners on first and second. With the left-hitting sophomore, number 10, Justin Hunt, coming to the plate. And Coach Knuckles will call a timeout. Looks like he's going to make a pitching change. I have on my list number 13, Angel Arellano, but I'm not positive that's it. He is a sidearm pitcher. Low release point. For the Indians. So if my lineup here is correct, that's number 13, Angel Arellano, coming in on relief from Furnace for the Indians here in the bottom of the 7th. With the Panthers threatening with a runner in scoring position on the sacrifice bunt from Mason Sanders, the senior, who puts Brenton Fitzback in scoring position in the bottom of the 7th here with 1 out. Again, up for the Panthers, number 10, the left-handed hitting sophomore, Justin Hunt. Hit the ball hard last time up, hit it about 360, but it was to dead center field. So runner on first and second. Hunt's not wasting any time. Big cut on that one. Just misses it. And Hunt will go down 0-2. And he puts the ball in play. Gonna move the runner 90 foot closer, but he'll be retired on the fielder's choice. And here we are, bottom of the 7th inning. Panthers threatening to win the ball game. Runners on second and third, with the senior Hayden Boone stepping in the box. Number 9, Boone, will watch the first one outside. Boone, a senior on the year 2, can win it in walk-off fashion. And gonna be called ball 2. And there it is. It's going to be chopped to the first baseman. And the Indians, just like that, are retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on. And we're going to play extra baseball here going into the top of the 8th inning. All knotted up at 2. And again, if you're just joining us, I'd like to thank our sponsors, BK Distributors, BK Apparel, BK Promotions, the BK Trio Businesses, headline sponsor for all sports here at Buckeye. Also, I'd like to thank Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Holloway Outdoors and Marine, anything you need outdoor-wise, hunting or fishing, Holloway Outdoors and Marine is your one-stop shop. They're a proud headline sponsor for Buckeye Baseball this year, and softball, also girls basketball. They was able to bring you those games as well. We'd like to thank Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Also, Tarver Companies. Any Tarver Companies, we'd also like to thank Robbie Tarver. He's just a hop, skip, jumping away. Anything you need, Tarver Companies. And we're going to the 8th. Tyson's still on the hill for the Panthers. And the fastball is going to be called strike 1. And quickly going to be hit to the right fielder. Sanders under it, and he's going to retire it. Carson Cloud will be retired by Mason Sanders. Bringing up in the box now. No, that was Matthew Taylor retired there. Bringing up the hard-hitting number 10, Ryan Reeves, into the box for the Indians. Going to look at ball 1. Reeves from the left side looks at ball 2, low into the dirt. Tioga coming through the meat of the order. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Bring the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. On Ryan Reeves. Ball upstairs. It'll go 3-1. And as hard as Reeves has hit the ball tonight, I don't look for the take sign to be on here. So I'd be careful what we throw. And it's going to be ball 4 upstairs. Not a bad miss. You didn't want to groove one. And Reeves reached the base path on the free pass. Bring Caden Coughlin to the plate for the Indians. And it's going to be a hard hit ball. It's going to be foul down the right field line. Coughlin is the one that hit the ball just in the right field line earlier to score a run in the first inning. And that one quickly there almost finds the hole again. Good block by Armand. That ball was in the dirt. Going to bring the count 1 ball, 1 strike to Coughlin. Reeves with a decent lead at first. And it's going to be chopped foul by Coughlin into the dugout of the Indians. Bring the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, all knotted up here, top of the 8th inning. Nothing like playing extra baseball. And that one's going to be hit out of play. Just out of the reach of Mason Sanders right here by the tarp in right field. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes to Coughlin for the Indians. Reeves with not too big of a lead. Gets an extra step. That ball's into the dirt. Good block by Armand to keep him at first base. Bring the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss on Coughlin. Tyson with a big strikeout there. Be 2 outs. Top of the 8th, runner on first. Reeves on first for the Indians. And this will bring Carson Cloud in the box for the Indians. Check to Reeves, and he's back in time. Good move by Tyson. Tried to catch him sleeping. Reeves gets back pretty easy. And the ball's hit up the middle. Reeves is going to hold up at second base as Cameron Burns comes up with the ball. Now you got a runner on second and first with the number 15, Case Malone, coming into the box for the Indians. So top of the 8th here. Indians threatened with a runner in scoring position. Reeves standing on second base. 2 outs. Reeves is pretty speedy. Will be moving on contact. Possible play at the plate. Not letting him get too much of a lead. Off second as Grimmett sneaking in behind him. And the all-speed pitch, and he is going to be thrown into right field. It's going to be a play at the plate. And they throw him out with the overthrow from Armand. Broadneck lost it in the lights at third base. Overthrow steal. Went into left field. And the big Ty Curtis, the junior, comes up and guns him out at the plate for the Indians. So with the overthrow, was a stolen base. Reeves gets up, tries to make it home. Ty Curtis comes up, throws a bullet to home plate and gets him out at the plate. And that's how we end the top of the 8th inning. We're switching the sides, and the Panthers again can walk-off fashion here in the bottom of the 8th. And up for the Panthers in the bottom half of the 8th. What a play at the plate. Close. It's going to be number 11, Cameron Burns, the sophomore. So up for the Panthers is going to be Burns. Bergier and into the top. Burns is going to chop one to the second baseman. He's quick. And he's going to retire him just in time. Burns is very speedy down the base path. Almost beat it out on the chopper. And just like that, the Panthers get retired one here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that'll bring Bears here to the plate. Number 9, it's going to be foul ball hit down the first base line, out of the reach of the diving Reeves. And the ball was foul. Got the bird's eye view here. Foul by about 1.5 feet. Hayden Bears here, number 9 hitter for the Panthers, almost snuck one in down the line. And that ball's going to be outside, bring the count 1 ball, 1 strike. And he brings that one foul, out of play down the left field line. Bring the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that'll be ball 2, bring the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball outside, full count. Bears here working the count. One out here in the bottom of the 8th, looking for a base runner. And he's going to get it with the free base path. Bears here is quick on the base path as well. And it'll be a 6-pitch walk. With the leadoff, Caden Grimmett, number 33, the left-hander. Junior batting for the Panthers. Ball called outside. Grimmett got caught looking last time up at the plate. Don't look for it to happen this time, as the junior can call strike, low in his own, 1 ball, 1 strike. And And that one's going to be foul out of play to left side. And put Grimmett down swinging. Be 2 outs. With the senior, number 2, Drew Tyson, stepping in the box. Still looking for that walk-off action. As the senior can help himself out here, still on the hill for the Panthers. And he's going to look at one low and in the dirt. And it's going to be chopped. He's not going to get him. I believe he's going to be safe. Drew Tyson speedy on the base path. It was chopped enough. Shortstop was playing back for the steal with the speedy Berzier on first. Tyson beats it out. It's going to be runners at first and second, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, looking for a walk-off fashion with the senior, number 14. The right-hand hitting Adam Broadnax stepping into the box for the Panthers. And Broadnack's going to look at one outside. And that ball's outside. Going to be 2-0 to Broadnax. Quickly he'll fall down 3-0 to Broadnax. 3 straight balls. Question is the senior have the green light with a runner in scoring position? And it was take all the way. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that one's chopped up to the shortstop. It's going to be trouble. And Broadnax will reach. And just like that, the bases are loaded here in the bottom of the 8th inning, all tied up 2-2. 2 outs with the left-handed hitting senior, number 25, Mason Sanders, at the box. And he's swinging on the first pitch, and he's going to drive it foul to the left side. Sanders with the big sack bunt that got the tying run to the plate. Moved him over in scoring position. And here the senior can win it in walk-off fashion with a hit out of the infield. And Berzier 90 foot away from scoring and winning the ball game. Going to go downstairs, be 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be called strike on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the senior Sanders, with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 8th. And it's a hit to the shortstop, and he got it when he needed it. Everybody's calling ball. First baseman had his foot pulled. It was like, we're going to check it. We're going to call a time. And here we go. We got a meeting of the minds with the umpires. It was a low throw. Reeves made a good stretch. Question is, home plate umpire always looks when the bases is loaded for the pull of the first baseman. And here we go, we're gonna see it. He's off the bag. They're gonna call him safe, and that's gonna be the ball game. Mason Sanders will have the infield single to win the ball game with the pull of the foot. The umpire said he was off the bag. And just like that, the Panthers are gonna win it with a score of 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. And that's baseball. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, BK Distributors, BK Apparel, BK Promotions, all the BK Apparel promotions, all their businesses. Thank you for a headline sponsor here of all sports. Also, Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Holloway Outdoors and Marine, headline sponsor for Buckeye Baseball. Also, Tarver Companies. Thank you, Tarver Companies. Hop, skip, and jump away, anything you need. All the Tarver Companies. That's going to sign us off for the night. And the Buckeye Panthers are going to get the win over the Tioga Indians in walk-off fashion here. 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th.